I've just seen all the displays that have been put up. They're very well documented for so many years of his life as such. And it's astounding also to know that this gentleman had done so much for the country as well as for the army, things like that. But what I'm most intrigued is the way this has been conceptualized and presented to the public in Delhi.
So for me to see such a wonderful display, it is really an eye-opener and it's beautifully done. And I wish a lot of people would come and see this. It will be an inspiration for a lot of people to join the army and to do well in their lives. And what one man can do, it's an eye-opener out here. And full marks to the family who has shared it all with so many people and in such a nice way.
It is such a privilege and a pleasure to be here at the centenary celebrations of Adi Uncle as I knew him. Our two families go back about 55 years because he and my father, General Hirday Kaul, served together, and his eldest daughter, Nilofer Shroff now, earlier Nilofer Sethna. We were in school together, so we've known each other since we were 15. When my parents were in Wellington at the Defence Services Staff College, one day at a party, General Sethna called out to my mother. My mother's name was Manju. And he said, "Hey Manju, do you think I'm good looking?" So my mother turned around startled. She said, "Of course you're good looking, Adi, but why are you asking that question?" So he said, because everybody says that I'm good looking like my sister. And so she said, "So who is your sister?" He replied, "You are my sister." And thereafter, a beautiful tradition was born because my mother became his Rakhi sister. And there was a lot of bonding between the two families over the years. We may not have kept in touch every year or for many years, but we always, from wherever we left off, we took off from there. The bond was a beautiful bond. I remember they sent me a beautiful gift when I got married with typical Parsi work, something which I've cherished even till today. The girls and myself, we've all grown up together. We've had different types of destinies, but our lives have been inextricably interwoven with its joys and its sorrows, its beauty and its love. And the ties of friendship and love between the two families have remained very tensile, very precious, and everlasting, so to say. I will always cherish my bonds with this family. And Adi Uncle was a person, he was a colossus who walked this earth. He was a kind and compassionate man, as also large as life, with a generous heart and a very caring mind, as well as a very incisive mind. He and his wife made a beautiful couple and always thought they were made for each other. And they produced 4 lovely daughters, and those daughters are my friends even to this day. I will always cherish these ties, bless everybody in their family, and I really feel privileged that I knew Adi uncles from such close quarters and that our parents were such close and proud friends of each other.
I'm Colonel Gautam Shaunak, retired. I was Commandant 75 Armored Regiment, and General Sethna, a very fine, thorough gentleman and general. He and my father were together in college. That's way back in the 1940s. They're very old family friends. So it's an honor to be here today. And I would recommend everybody with an interest of the past, the recent past of our lovely nation, come here and see the contribution and what General Sethna has been through. What you see here is a lovely collection of a family history of photographs, memorabilia, small episodes, brilliantly put together. But this is a very common with a lot of our officers and a lot of our veterans. So I really wish they all come out and start displaying their artifacts so the youth can see what they had been through and what they had seen. It's a very beautifully done, and full marks to the Parzor Foundation for laying a very great presentation. And wish you all best of luck.
Good evening, I'm Sagar Chonik. I'm attending the 100 years of General R.T. Sethna, a very important personality in the history of the Indian Army. He's been the MGO in the 1980s, organized the Asian Games. He's been a soldier of the highest caliber, PVSM, AVSM, and Padma Bhushan. He's tenanted some of the most important appointments of the Indian Army in terms of trainings, command of infantry divisions and brigades in operational areas. And this event commemorates 100 years of the man and his times. A very keen photographer, writer, musician, and very passionate about life. There are some very interesting anecdotes over here where he has even gone ahead and taught knitting to the drivers of the Indian Army. So that shows you that he was also a human being as well as an army officer, which is very heartening to see. You would love to see his medals on display, his swords, his batons, his citations for his awards. And I think we are very privileged that the family has shared all of this for us to see today.
I'm Mrs. Pravina Hoon. My husband, late General Harry Hoon, served with General Sethna many years ago, and they were from the same school, the Doon School. And not only that, my uncle, my father's younger brother, and General Sethna were in school together, again in Doon School, General T.B. Nanda. So we got a lot of association with the family and very fond memories of the whole family.